bring in Jeff Judkins. Juddy, you're the man. It's WNIT March Madness. You played in March Madness. Yeah, somebody that's produced some results. Are you in position to come over here and take over for me for the rest of the show?
I think I could do it right now for you. But I got film after this, so I don't think you want to go watch film and try to tell the girls what you want to do you?
Well, I don't know. That kind of sounds fun, actually. Tell people what to
different.
do. You do this and this and this. Figure it out.
Can you enjoy the NCAA tournament and March Madness, even though you've got to coach a team in a game, and that's your job, but do you go home and you're like, wait, what happened? Or do you try to watch
I'm a basketball junkie, so I hear all these coaches, I never watch any game, and I'm going, you kidding me? I mean, honestly, you're a coach, and you don't sit there and watch it like you do as a coach. You watch it as a fan, and surprisingly, it's a lot different. You watch it, and you know, like the other night, I was watching Weber State and I think
North Dakota State?
And it was. I mean, we're cheering for Weber State. Like, come on, you guys get the, and it was a different approach for me than watching, my team or even watching the BYU men's team. I know a lot of those guys on the team, and so I really want them to have success. And then, of course, Coach Rose and his staff I know very well and know how hard they put in. So for me, it's a different, probably other than my game, that's probably the next biggest game I really care who wins and what they do because I'm around them all the time.
You have experienced March Madness and high-level basketball at so many different levels. As a player at the University of Utah, as a coach, obviously, with BYU women's basketball, and then in the NBA, playoff-type games, atmosphere. So how do you know when a team is ready to play when it comes down to those critical junctures in the postseason?
Well, it's really hard because you think that you are prepared, and what most coaches try to do, at least what I've done and the coaches that I've been under, you don't try to change it up. You try to run your program the same as you ran it the whole year. You don't go and say, well, now we're in the NCAA tournament, we're going to do all this and this and this. When I was with Coach Majerus, he took the team and we went into separate hotel from fans, from parents, and the reason for that was he wanted us to be the same way as we are on the road. No distractions and whatever. That was probably the hardest thing of going this tournament in Vegas. It's distractions. When you play Thursday or Friday like we did and you have 3 or 4 days off, what do you do with your team? How do you motivate them? How do you get them where they're focused? And so it's a lot harder. When you go to the NCAA tournament, you go and you have the big day, and then once the night before the game, you kind of prepared the same way and you're trying to do it. And so you really don't notice. I know when we got the Final Four my year with Utah, I didn't even realize we were in the NCAA tournament. It was like another game, prepare for another game. I think that's what happens a lot.
I remember a picture in ESPN magazine of you guys out on the grass of the hotel, kind of walking through, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's cool. That's awesome."
We did
but
that
it's
all
Utah.
the time.
I hope they lose. When you played at Utah, what were your NCAA tournaments like? Because I believe you played in the Marriott Center.
Yeah,
right?
we did. We played Las Vegas. We beat them during the season at our place 100-98.
Ooh.
Without three-pointers, without
That was like
30
last
seconds.
night.
Yeah. And then we played them here, and we were ahead most of the game. And I missed a quarter jump shot, which I still, every time I walk in the Marriott, I think about it.
Wow.
And it ricocheted off, and Reggie Theus got it and went and laid it in, and Buster Matheny fouled him. This was the first time in my career that Jeff Jonas, who's my point guard, missed a front end of a one-on-one, and he did that game, and we ended up losing. That's the only loss I ever had in the Marriott Center was against Vegas.
Holy detail.
So
And I still remember, what is it?
That's amazing.
How far is that? 77, so it's a long
Wow.
time.
Yeah, that experience was so intense it knocked something off the side.
Yes, the demons are being exercised in that moment, Jeff.
Yeah.
BYU Sports Nation karma has manifested itself. It feels compassion for you, and we want to give that to you for the WNIT game tonight against Washington State.
Yeah, now you're coaching your own team in the Marriott Center. So what's this matchup like to you with Washington State? Cougars versus Cougars.
Well, the Washington State, they run a matchup zone, which we have not seen at all this year. And so we're going to have to attack that. They've lost some key players. That's why they haven't done as well lately in their conference. But they got 2 bigs that are physical and strong. We have to do a good job with that. But the whole key, when it all comes down to, I'm just telling you, the whole key is, does my team want to be here and they want to play?
What do you think? Do they want to
I
be
think
here?
they do, but you don't know that until the tip goes and here it goes. It's like, I heard some stuff on, in the newspaper about, the NIT and the NIT is a waste of time. What are you talking about? The team last night, Arlington, they lose in the tournament, okay, and then they lose, they can't go to the NCAA tournament, and they had a great year. Yeah, those big conferences, I understand that. But these little conferences, they get one bid, and somebody loses in the tournament, is that really fair? I mean, this NIT with them last night was important. And I think it was important for BYU men, too. They came out and said, hey, we can get to mass square guard, we can get more reps, we can get more confidence, we can do more things to get better for not just this year but next year. And so I think it meant something. Now, yeah, maybe California and maybe Clemson and maybe somebody else in these other big conferences don't care, then maybe we ought not let them play. Hey, you don't get in, you're out. Let these little mid-major schools where it's important, because it is. Akron, it's important to them. Cal State Bakersfield, they won the league and then lost the tournament. It's important, and I hope my team feels that way. And that's what I've tried to really tell them is, hey, do we want to continue to keep going and doing it? And hopefully we do.
Boise State, was it important to them too, Jerem, last night?
I think so. 2 nights ago. Yeah.
I think
two
it
nights
was.
ago, I should
think
say.
it was. Yeah.
Indiana
absolutely.
lost too. I mean, there were a lot of upsets.
Crazy stuff happening, but you're right. The passion is so critical for a team at a juncture like this, and you feel like your girls are ready to play against Washington State tonight.
Yeah. My seniors for sure. I think they really want to continue to play and they want to do it, and so hopefully that leadership and those guys will really come out and play a great game tonight.
How would you gauge success in the WNIT here?
Success is hopefully winning the whole thing, and saying, hey, we missed out on the NCAA tournament because we tripped up a little bit on the way, but we have a good team. For coaches, come out and get better and see your players improve and see your players work on the things that you've been stressing for the whole year. I'm not going to lie to you, it's hard right now because, the conference is over. You've had a little let down. You didn't win it. You thought you could win it, but we've had some pretty good practices the last couple of days and been positive. So hopefully that'll reflect tonight.
Why is your team this year, given the difficulties they've had in the latter part of the season, capable of winning the WNIT?
Because I think we have a lot of balance. I think we have inside, outside balance. We have probably one of the most dominating inside players that can score in so many different ways and cause serious matchup problems. Cassie brought up, what do you say? The kid was an MVP of our league, playing so well. It was sad. The tournament, all what she went through, people don't realize the injury that she had and what she had to deal with. And she's feeling a lot better now, so I think that's a positive. Mackenzie, Pulsifer, she started playing pretty good in the tournament, getting her shot back. And, this young lady just laying it up right now. Brenna Chase had a great year for us. All freshman team. I thought she played good in the tournament and gave us a good spark. And hopefully that's what we can do with some of these younger kids, just get a little more experience.
So Broadhead loses a tooth or chips a tooth against Gonzaga.
She loses a tooth.
Loses a tooth. Does she have a fake tooth in, or did they put
the real one in?
Okay.
And hopefully in the period of time it'll come back, we hope.
So then that affected her, I guess, all her sinuses, right? So in Vegas, she was not 100%.
She was not.
Yeah.
She with of course a tooth injury, and then she got some really bad sores in her throat, which I thought I had bad sore throat before. But hers was
Stemming
a lot
from the
worse than mine.
surgery.
Yeah, and it's just the doctors did a great job, and so did she. She just tried to do whatever she could to get through it, and the game in San Diego, was amazing what she did, how sick she was, but that's the kind of kid she is, and she's been that way her whole career here, and it's why she was MVP of the league. She's just ruthless. She just plays hard. She does what she's supposed to, and this team, we count on her a lot, and you saw. When she's playing her game, we're very, very good. If she's not playing as good we're not quite as good because of what she can do for our team. But what a great season that she had, and she took the loss probably the hardest of anybody, and that's how Cassie is.
Jeff Judkins with us in Studio B on Game Day, WNIT matchup between BYU and Washington State, 9 Eastern, 7 Mountain. You can watch it live on BYUtv. Play for the right to keep playing. And we couldn't help but notice a potential third-round matchup with Utah. Do you want something like that, Coach, because of what happened earlier in the season?
Well, yeah. I think for me personally, I think my team would be the same. Yeah, we didn't play very well against Utah, and so I'd like to get them back and at least play them again and play a lot better than what we did. But we got a long road. I mean, we got to win tonight, and then if we can win Saturday against the winner of Wyoming, Seattle, which probably will be Wyoming, and we'll probably have to go to Wyoming, go back to Laramie again.
Yay!
Fun Laramie, and then hopefully we win that game. Then maybe we have a chance of. But
You can play St. Mary's too.
Yeah, don't count out UC Davis. I'm not kidding you.
The
UC
The
Davis is good.
Aggies.
They're good.
They'll get you.
I mean, they're a very good team. They won their league by 2 games and lost in the tournament. You know, this is what I've been talking about. So, and then St. Mary's, I sure will want to play well against Utah since they lost to them early in the year.
I just had a thought as I was staring at the fabulous Jeff Judkins, Jeremy. We have a Ty Detmer face. We need Juddy face.
We need Jetty face.
on one of these, like the actual Juddy face.
Yeah, then I could just be like,
Whenever you
UC Davis. Okay, that's your job, you guys. You get it done for me.
Coach, great to talk to
Yeah,
you.
it was good.
Again, official giving you the BYU Sports Nation karma for tonight's game against Washington
Thank you,
State.
Spencer.
yeah, good luck.
Hey, we appreciate all you do for the university and look forward to a great game tonight.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it too. So people, please come out. We need some fans.
Yes, support the ladies. They're